specific family members or friends. It's normal to feel that way, and you're feeling that way for a reason. So I want you guys to know that our feelings don't lie. Our feelings don't lie, but our thoughts can. Just because we have a thought doesn't mean it's true. It just means that we're perceiving something in a specific way that's creating a feeling in our body. So never try to ignore your feelings. It's useless trying to think that your feelings are wrong, because that's not going to make them go away. That's creating a new thought. That's creating shame around that feeling. And now you've just added shame onto whatever you're feeling. So the first thing is to identify the emotion that you're actually feeling. Yes, hatred can totally be dissolved. We can change every single feeling in our body. If you can forgive someone for doing something completely horrible to you or betraying you, right, you can really do that anyway. But keep in mind, forgiveness is not about the other person either. Forgiveness is really just freeing yourself from the shackles that that person had on you, or whatever, or that situation had on you. So forgiveness is really for the self. It has nothing to do with the other person. You can forgive somebody and never talk to them again. It has nothing to do with the role that they play in your life. It has nothing to do with it. So you can definitely, you can totally dissolve hatred. For sure. You can totally dissolve emotions at the same way that we would create new emotions in our body. But in order to dissolve something, we need to allow it to express itself and to be released. Because we can't get rid of hatred that we feel, or whatever emotion it is, if we're just pushing it down, like the water bottle analogy, right? Hello, how is it going? So good to see you again. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, so now a lot of the time when we feel something, it's usually like, oh, I'm sad, or I'm mad, or I am happy, or whatever it is. I would pull up the emotions wheel. As you can see, this is the wheel of human emotion. Now, there are so many on here that we don't even think of, right? And if we're wanting to fully feel a feeling, let it work its way through us and kind of release it, we need to be able to work with the feeling in particular and be able to identify what feeling we're having. So let's say that you're feeling like you just feel either anxious or scared, you're not sure. You just have a really intense feeling in your body. You'll start in the very middle, and you'll look at these immediate feelings. Okay, what feeling am I closest to? Is it anger? Is it fear? Is it love? Is it joy? Is it surprise, or is it sadness? Let's say it's anger. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely feeling angry. Now, you can see that it branches out into these emotions. Okay, so am I feeling more rage, exasperated, irritable, envy, or disgust? Let's say that you're feeling irritable. That feels like it rings the truest for you. Now you can see under irritable, there's two main emotions. There's annoyed and there's aggravated. Now let's say that you feel annoyed. Okay, now it just went from I have an uncomfortable feeling in my body and I don't know what it is and I don't know what it's telling me, to okay, I realize that this is the emotion that feels the truest to me. I feel annoyed. Now you're going to be able to ask yourself some questions. Okay, well, why do I feel annoyed? What is coming up for me that makes me feel this way? What happened recently that made me feel annoyed? Now, most of the time, you're going to be able to identify what that is, because these emotions are so specific. It really, really helps you identify the situation, the thing that someone said, like what created the disturbance inside. Once you identify the emotion, you're going to allow yourself to completely feel that in your body. So now that you have the emotion, the main emotion, you're going to allow yourself to completely feel that fully. You're not going to try to stop yourself from feeling it. You're going to allow yourself to feel it. And this is the way that we can move past emotions. So the first step is to close your eyes. Let's say that you're working with the feeling annoyed, right? You're tuning into that feeling and you're going to ask yourself some questions. Okay, the feeling of being annoyed. You're going to start scanning your body and notice how the feeling of annoyance affects you in particular. So you start with the top of your head. Maybe you have slight pressure on your head. Maybe you feel a little bit pressure in your neck. Maybe you clench your jaw when you're annoyed. You feel that? you're going to totally become aware of your body and tell your body, I'm listening. You can talk to me. I'm here to listen. What's going on? This is pretty much what this does. So you're going to work your way down to the shoulders. Notice how it feels. Notice how it affects you. You're going to work your way all the way down, taking time at each point to really become aware. For me, I hold it in my chest, like heavier emotions. I hold it in my chest and my belly for sure. So obviously I'm going to become aware of what each part of my body feels like as I work down to my legs, my ankles, my toes. And now you're going to ask yourself, where do I hold this feeling the most? Where do I hold this feeling the most? Now, you're going to feel an area that's heavier than the other, right? You're going to notice a feeling you're going to notice somewhere in your body where it's heavier than the other. For me, again, it's my chest and belly. Now you're going to ask yourself, okay, what color is this emotion? If I could name this emotion, what color would this be? Now, for me, I would say it's like an orange color, like a bright orange. Belly, got it, perfect. And when you're feeling it, like in the moment, you're going to ask yourself what color it is. Is it hot or is it cold? Is it hard or soft? And does it move around or is it stationary? Interesting. Yeah. And what now think about this. You've taken one feeling in the body of, oh, I feel uncomfortable, it feels chaotic, I don't know what's happening, and now you've created so much clarity on that emotion, almost like it has a whole personality now. And it was always there, we just aren't taught to tune into it and to feel when this happens, right? So now that you've identified the emotion, you're going to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and surrender to it. You're not going to fight it. You're not going to resist it. You're not going to try to think it away. You're going to allow it to feel what you need to feel. You're going to allow it to completely express itself through you. And you will notice that emotions will come up, maybe thoughts will come up, and this is what happens when you give your body the time to feel. And once you surrender, to soften your heart, you're going to notice that this feeling moves through you and you can let it go. And this will change it from feeling like you have to hold on. This will take away the feeling of holding on to a grudge. And this will prevent you from this feeling coming up again and again because you allowed it some time to express itself and really identify the specific qualities. So that is how we feel a feeling, and that is how we integrate and kind of heal from whatever we're feeling and really create some intuitive awareness in the body. And the more aware you become of your body, the more your body is going to trust you, and you can now use your feelings as a direct connection to your intuition. So it's a great way to create a deeper relationship with the self, to create a deeper relationship with the body, and to also heighten your awareness of how you're feeling, what's going on. And again, this will play important roles in your life. I mean, think about how many times you said, oh, I have a bad feeling, or oh, I feel like I shouldn't do this. Practicing feeling a feeling in this way is really going to help build up that intelligent, intuitive source inside of yourself that's always there.